Well, hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Bloom, Group Publisher of Roofing Contractor, and welcome to our Best of Success podcast show. It's such an honor to have with me Trent Cotney, partner with Adams and Reese. Trent, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, Jill, how you doing?
Well, on another subject, Trent, something else I'm excited to talk to you about are subcontractors. It's been a huge topic. It was a huge topic at Best of Success. I hear contractors talking about it. What is happening with subcontractors? What are your calls? What's making your phone ring this week for subcontractors?
Yeah, so Jill, you and I were talking, before this started, vertical construction, regardless of whether you're in the walls and ceilings industry or roofing or whatever it is, it has changed dramatically to where contractors are now basically construction managers. They're subcontracting out the majority of their labor. And even so, even contractors that historically never did that, had W-2 labor, are
Yeah.
now looking to sub out, right? And you have to understand how to manage subcontractors, and that requires good onboarding, good vetting, right? There are great sub crews and there are bad sub crews out there. And you need to make sure you're getting the right, subcontractors, that they're insured, they got workers' comp and CGL, that you got a good master subcontract agreement, that you got a quality control person that's monitoring what's going on, that's looking at what's going on, that you're making sure your subs are safe, but doing it through a top-down approach, so where you go to the owner, or you go to, that crew leader for that sub crew, and have them correct the safety rather than you correct the safety, because you don't want to, be liable for their bad acts or omissions under OSHA. It's understanding all this, and that's where, I've probably had 4 calls already this week on that. It's astonishing the amount of there's just a gap in knowledge, because all these contractors that historically only had W-2s are moving to 1099 sub labor because it's difficult for them to compete. And it's a sea change in our industry, and it's happened almost overnight. Probably
Yeah.
because of lack of skilled labor and demand. It's very interesting to watch.
So why do you think it's kind of evolved that way? Is it cheaper to use subcontractor labor?
It can be, it can be, but the big thing is you can scale, right? And the demand is out there. So if you're looking to grow, it's very hard to grow organically with W-2s. It is easier, especially if you're doing storm or restoration work, to expand quickly with subcrews, and you take more of a construction manager role where you're in charge of, oversight, QC, paper, submittals, things like that. But your core function of operations, the labor portion, is subbed out. And that creates a whole host of issues, everything from misclassification to OSHA to insurance to you name it. There's a ton of different issues there, but it has, like I said, it's dominates the industry now. And I think it's here to stay until technology or something else, makes it less labor intensive. So
Well, great advice, Trent. Thank you as always.
yeah.
So if anybody has any questions for you, how do they get a hold of you?
Sure, they can email me, trent.cotney@arlaw.com, or hit me up anywhere on social @TrentCotney.
Sounds great. And if anybody has any questions for us, it's roofingcontractor.com or wconline.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for all our free content, especially our e-news is free. It's free to sign up for our website to read all the articles for free. Follow us on all our social media channels so you can stay up to date on all the great interviews we're doing, especially Legal Insights with Trent. But most importantly, always stay safe and healthy. And we can't wait to talk to you soon. Thanks again, Trent.
Thank you.